Welcome to my new channel, Silver Support Expert. Blitcrank recently received a heavy buff. So before it gets nerfed, I'm going to show you a Blitcrank tutorial. First, why I chose Blitcrank. We have a Rumble, a very good early to mid game champion, and with a well placed ultimate, its teamfight is at top level. We have Malphite and Hecarim for teamfight, but they're both mid game, so it's very likely that we'll have a losing lane on the top side. So if our bot lane plays a late game duo, it heavily relies on Rumble alone to face the rest of us into that late game, or it's game over. So what you need to do here is to go for an early game and support Rumble. Morgana banned allows me to freely play an engaged champion. Jhin bans Thresh, probably because he dislikes the hooks. Jhin doesn't have any mobility, so this is a good ban for him. Now, knowing it's Jhin and Fiddle with Thresh and Morgana banned, I can come up with Nautilus, Leona or Blitcrank. All three of them would have been fine, but as I said, I need to support Rumble early game and Blitcrank with a W is the best at roaming early. So to summarize, our win condition is to feed Rumble and Kate early game to phase Hecarim and Malphite into the game. The enemy's win condition is to use Xin Zhao's and Riven's relatively stronger early game to exploit Malphite and Hecarim, and then use Twisted Fate's ultimate to snowball the game. However, they don't really have a good engage, so they need to focus on picks. Now, let's see how the game turned out. Unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, Caitlyn played very well, so I already managed to roam once, which was for a team fight. But now I have brutal mobility. I have some spare time until Caitlyn returns to lane. This is one of the most basic roaming opportunities. I see Riven on the top side. The enemy team without Riven doesn't have a really good engage, and we have a better team fight. So my thought is to pick a fight around the dragon. I sweep the area to remove any wards in the river. I place wards in the enemy jungle to provide information on the enemy's movement. The enemy team doesn't have any vision because I cleared them. The river is complete darkness. They decide to compete for vision. A wrong answer. A slow on Rumble's ultimate is more than enough. Now, some of you will be thinking, Riven has TP, but Malphite doesn't. So this can potentially be a 4v5 with a well-fed Riven. But this is why we weren't engaging until we knew we can pop them. If Riven did TP in, it will give Malphite some breathing space to phase him in that much quicker. And all we have to do is walk away from the dragon. After the dragon, we siege onto the enemy's bot tower. Mid turret is gone, so we can siege on the top or the bottom tower, but we need to play around our stronger lane, the bot side. The enemy team make the first play they needed to make to win this game. Twisted Fate ults in, and Riven TPs in. Fortunately for us, Rumble survives maintaining his bounty. But now, look at the minimap. Do you see the mistake here? Let's check out the top side. Xin Zhao has no jungle camps to clear, so he's pushing top. But the enemy team is taking a safari tour around our bot jungle and can see Hecarim. So he wasn't at the team fight. He's not in our bot jungle. Where can he be? It's almost certain that he's on the top side. Going on a safari tour without a staff member is a big no-no. His team just made a play on the bot side, so if Xin plays safe, they just got gold advantage. Fast forwarding to next dragon. We have a well-fed Hecarim, Rumble, and Caitlyn. So again, my call is to look for a team fight. And nothing is better than an Infernal Drake. Rumble recalls for items while I set up the vision. Notice how I'm scanning the enemy's jungle. For the Cloud Drake, I scan for vision in our jungle and the river, but I'm scanning the enemy's jungle here. This is because first, we've been pushing and I know they don't have a ward in our jungle. Second, it's an Infernal and it's very likely they'll compete for it. Removing vision and setting up our own in enemy's jungle slows their advancement towards the dragon, or be at risk of ambush, allowing us more time to secure the dragon or the teamfight. But I make a mistake here. The Oracle lens doesn't reach deep bush, making me think I cleared all the vision. Luckily, Hecarim finds the vision. The enemy team make two mistakes here. First, Twisted Fate. He's separated from his teammates, and yet pushing. He doesn't flash, and dies. Second, his teammates are aware that we have a ward in this location. They couldn't remove it by one attack, but no one pings it. We know they're securing blue, so we move in. I know Jin is flashless, and he's dead. Fiddle is cut off, so I aim for Xin Zhao, and luckily hooks him, giving us 3 kills. This allows us to grab mid and the Drake. Our team is recalling after the Drake on the bot side. Malphite makes the same mistake as Xin Zhao. He's extended on the opposite side and gives the enemy team a free kill. The enemy team has to move for the top turret because that's the only outer turret, plus Baron just spawned. Riven moves to the bot side because she has TP. She can TP in for a Baron teamfight, or force us to engage on her, allowing her teammates to go for the Baron. Fiddle does well to set up the vision around our jungle to prepare for Baron, although it would have been better if he warded around here as well. However, Jin makes a mistake here. Turret is low on health, and those last few attacks are costly. I see the mistake and ping the team to engage. I activate my Ride His Glory with W, and walk up to the enemy. This matchup is too one-sided. Xin Zhao makes a mistake here. He could have ran this way, but decides to cover for his team. If your teammate is dead for certain, they are no longer your teammate. Their jungler and ADC, after a fight on the top side, allows us to secure the Baron, and practically the game. And a Fiddle to top it off. So let's go over the win conditions again. Feed Caitlyn. Feed Rumble. Base Hecarim. Base Malphite. The enemy team feed Riven. Use Twisted Fate's ultimate to snowball around Riven, which they managed only once. So you can say this was so one-sided because the enemy team weren't making the plays they needed to in order to win with their team comp, whereas we did. I hope this video helped. Please leave feedbacks, and adios.